more options. So one of my favorite things to do is just grab a simple cross collar grip, and I always like to X guard on this outside leg on my right side. So I'll cross collar, go to X, little push, little pull, and I'm pulling him up and into X guard. Very similar to deep half as far as the rocking motions and the being underneath him with his weight loaded over your hips. Only major difference is my feet here. They're in that X across his leg, and that's going to be where I use to create motion and do different things. Questions on how we get here? Like I said, this is a more review Tuesday, so I'm back. We're here, I'm hand fighting. Go here, push, pull. Get him up into that X guard. We're right here. Alright. Then all we're going to do is, I'm going to move that hand. I don't like to leave it laying up here because a lot of guys will hit that kind of sneaky reverse arm bar. We're going to start causing problems. So I'm going to bring my hand in. I'm going to put it on the back of his armpit. As I do that, I'm going to push him towards this arm and using my leg here. So when I'm here, I'm pushing him that way, pushing and attacking the knee. Alright, so I'm here with Dewey. Push, pull. We end up in deep half. I'm here. I start pushing him that way, sliding my knee in, attacking at that knee bar. Questions on this? So I'm here, and he wants to like hold on to his feet here. Yes, it'll make rotating him that way hard, but it'll make some of the other stuff we're doing a lot easier. Like that one becomes very easy to do. So while yes, if he does that, the knee bar may not be there, it's not going to shut your entire knee. Does that make sense? Any other questions on this here? So I'm here, walk through a couple more times. Tap the collar, X, push, pull, scoop. I'm here, rocking back and forth, trying to get Dewey off balance. Once I get here, I push, rotate, attack with the knee. Big thing with the knee bar, guys, I'm not pulling the lever. I'm attaching it to my chest. I'm pulling the leg up and extending my hips in. One of the big mistakes I see a lot of people make is they try to think that their bicep curl is stronger than his hamstring curl. And when I go here and Dewey really tries to curl that leg, I may get it eventually, but it's not going to be great. If I attach it to my chest and Dewey tries to bring that foot down, it doesn't matter. If it's attached to my chest, I'm going to get it. Unless you're fighting the fucking Hulk or something. You're going to be in much better shape not pulling the lever than attached to the chest. Other questions on this? One more time. Here. Moving around. Go to that X. Push. Pull. Here. You got to get them off balance a little bit. See how Dewey's nice and flexible? Can do things. I don't like that. Come up here. Once I get there, I rotate through. Back to the drill her out. 1, 2. I get this butterfly guard. I'm here. I attack that X, right? Push, pull. I get here. Now, I like being here because I can off-balance a lot of guys who can't do the splits like Dewey. It makes him equally annoying sometimes as he can do the splits, and it just makes life real inconvenient for me. But when I'm here, I'm rocking back and forth. But a lot of guys are going to get here and kind of feel that discomfort and do exactly what Dewey's trying to do. Base that foot, base this hand, get some control with this top hand. Which I appreciate them doing because it's going to open up the next thing we're going to do. All I'm going to do, the top leg that's on the inside, so near his chest, is going to extend. As soon as that extends, I'm going to unhook the X, and it's going to go to that hip bone. That's going to allow me to push him off and attack the ankle. Now, for those of you who are uncivilized and play without pajamas, that'll probably be there. If you are civilized and you wear clothing, straight ankles. So, we're here. I'm attacking. Push, pull. I get to here. And a lot of guys are going to start to really base heavy, try to sit in the chair, make your life difficult here. All I'm going to do is be rocking back and forth. I'm going to extend the inside leg. My outside leg is going to come to that hip. I'm going to look to sit him down. The second his back hits, I'm attacking the ankle. Now, a couple details on the straight ankle lock to go over. One, when I'm here, you can, especially white belts, you're doing tournaments and stuff, no twisting with this. Has to be a very deliberate lock, leaning back. But one of the big details we were missing on Tuesday was a lot of you guys were trying to do all your work with the lean. This is uncomfortable, I'm sure. Like, this doesn't feel good. But when I'm here, my hand does 90% of the work. So I get that palm grip that I like, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to throw my thumb into my chest. I don't even have to lean if I'm in this, right? It's already uncomfortable. Here, that with a little lean and a knee pinch, the Dewey gets a nice new walking boot, if I decide to be mean to it. So when we get here, I am pinching here, and I'm rolling that hand up with the blade of my wrist right above the ball of his ankle. So right where that Achilles tendon attaches to the ball of your foot, that's where I want that wrist. Here, I have elbow down, rolling my hands, attack that ankle.
It hurts the Achilles before he even puts back. You gotta make sure too that you're not like rounded as you're doing it. You gotta be like straight back like he was.
Say it with your chest.
Little words.
Makes a big difference.
So I'm here, we're fighting in. I will come right here to these grips to make everyone think I'm trying to butterfly swing, which is when I come here, scoop on. This is where a lot of people start basing. They're going to start grabbing arms and knees and just trying to create enough space. So all I'm going to do, extend with my bottom leg, top leg comes out, and I sit them down. The second we sit down, knees pinch, and I start attacking the ankle. Questions on this?
What I struggle with when I get into the straight ankle in this position is like when they start grabbing your knee kind of in the
Yeah, they start trying to climb the rope. It's because you're trying to do it with your lean. Good, climb the rope. If I'm here, I'm not having him, I don't worry about him climbing the rope because I'm trying to lock here. I don't need a 6 foot back lean. If he's here, I can do it with my hands. That's when I tell you guys that a lot of you are trying to do this lock with the lean. It does not work. If I don't engage my hands here, when I sit him back, so like I sit Dewey back here, if I just try to lean here, see how my thumb's down right here? I can lean back as far as I want. The second I start to roll that thumb up, Dewey starts getting a lot more pain. I didn't lean back any further, didn't pull any harder. I'm rolling that blade of my wrist across that Achilles tendon, scraping and pinching. That's what makes that effective. It's not the, everyone sees the fucking lean, right? How many of us have watched a match, whether it's UFC, MMA, whatever, jiu-jitsu, and they're like, ah! Ah! And they're like, why the hell won't my ankle lock work? But their thumbs up, like this. When I'm here and I start rolling that thumb into my chest, like this, it makes that lock so much tighter, so much quicker. Does that make sense?
So you go from the bone side to the flat side that goes to the wide part of the wrist.
So when I'm here, I'm rolling that across your ankle. Any other questions on this position? One more time. Here with Mr. Dewey. Fight, we're doing stuff. I don't like what's happening. Push, pull. Working, I'm trying to do stuff. It's isn't going the way I want. Boom, here, sit. Second we hit, they start attacking that ankle. I'll even scoot myself out a little bit if I need to. Attack. Questions on this? Also, remember, guys, if you pinch the knees really tight, you can't move, and you can tickle the feet.
Guys, make sure that you don't, when you put your foot up here, that you don't put for his advantage.
Yeah. When I'm here and I'm putting my foot to his hip, I'm not putting my foot kind of lazily up here. I'm digging that into his hip and using it to sit him down. If I just kind of lazily throw my foot up there, he's going to start crossing it and he's going to start attacking my feet, which starts becoming really uncomfortable really quickly. When I'm here, I put my foot into the hip and I'm using it to create angles. Create that pressure and allow me to. Questions on that? Driller out. 1, 2, 3. So I'm here on this doing. We get here. I get my ankle. One full. Right. We get right here. And sometimes we don't feel the confidence we need to attack feet. Or let's say for that particular tournament, it's just not advantageous for us to attack feet because we can't do it. So going to here and then pulling for the feet isn't going to be our best option. So all we're going to do is we're going to get Dewey rocking back and forth to get him off balance. And then I'm going to extend my feet out to come up, keeping his leg on my shoulder. Now, some of you may recognize this motion. Your hand that was on the collar is posting the mat. You're going to drag one leg out and stand up. Now, spoiler alert, we do a very similar drill to warm up. Who remembers this drill? Same type of motion as what we're doing here to get up. So I get here, I push, I pull, boom. All we're going to do, I'm going to start kicking him out as I rock him back and forth. I kick him out, post that ankle, escape my hip out, then I'm able to re-engage. Whether that's standing up and trying to standing pass, whether that's trying to wrestle in, escape my hands, go to stack passing, whatever that happens to be. But at that point, you're able to hit the sweep and then re-engage from the top. For those of you doing our in-home, I will score that as a sweep, 2 points for you.
How's that sweep? But if he gets to the second foot and then you get anything out, does that also take that?
No, it'll count as a sweep. So generally, there has to be established motion in that position for you to rescore. So, like, if he stands back up and we bounce around for a second, then I take him down, yes, you'll get 2. But if he pops his foot up and then I take him instantly back to the mat, unlikely. I would not score that, and I know the referee for the upcoming in-house tournament, I know he wouldn't score that. Also, spoiler alert. So I'm here, I push, I pull, I get here, right? Boom, we're rocking back and forth. I'm using my knees and my feet off balance the whole time. I'm here, I rock forward, I rock back, and I rock in. Once we get here, I post. Let's say Dewey's stupid athletic like he is and post that foot there. Great. Just keep standing up. No ball. It's called free topping. The big goal is get him to where you can stand up there, and if you're confident standing all the way back up to your feet, take him back down and wrestle from there. If you're not, like I'm here, let's say I'm not a confident wrestler, because I'm not a jiu-jitsu guy, everyone knows that. Boom, I stand here, I post, I can drag back down, I can grab a knee, all sorts of other things can happen.
Try not to go down into guard.
Yeah, the goal of this is not to land in their guard, or deep triangles. Dewey, let's try to avoid those triangles. You too, Isaiah. Alright, questions on this? Driller out. 1, 2, 3. So I'm here, I get to the X guard, right? I push, I pull. Good things are happening. But when you get to this X guard, one thing a lot of guys will start to try to do is drop this outside knee down and try to, start squaring up into you and doing so. So once we get here, guys, all we're going to do, I'm going to keep my X in place. If you have the gi, I like to grab the actual pant leg. If not, I'm kind of scooping at the ankle. I'm going to pull and get this ankle over my head. Once I'm here, couple options. One, I can attack a straight knee bar. Not as effective as I would like, but it's available.
And down is tall.
Option two, I'm just going to keep passing that ankle and start working up to take So in wrestling, it's just called an ankle pass. That's all we're doing here from a non-wrestling position. Same concept, just a little different application. So I'm here, he starts to try to drop weight or get that knee down. All we're going to do is pass that ankle, start moving around behind you. Ideal world, you end up taking the back. Realistic world, you land somewhere to scramble on top. He goes to this position, arm out like we did last week. Start attacking from that dog fight. It's weird. It's almost like everything I teach is supposed to flows into each other.
Almost like before.
Look, I'm not saying there's a method to the madness. I'm just saying sometimes it works out like that. Boom, I'm here, push, pull. We get here. I like this ankle pass just because it allows me to start attacking the back, which is where I like to be. It's Wi-Fi fair when I can choke you from behind. Questions on this? Partners, the leg that is in the X, start to get way down, try to get that knee down.
When you say attack the back, you're gonna like try to push him down off the base arm.
Yes, I'm gonna, when I come here, so like I get here, I'm gonna pass this ankle. And the second this ankle gets passed, I'm gonna start up, around. Ideal world, you may land in a back high position, you may end up here. Back rounders, elbow, what you need to do. You can always attack something. But I'm working towards his back, because out of that position, if they don't want to give up back points, they may go just hurt. Or they may flatten to their back and just give up the sweep. Kind of avoid the calamity of continuing. They realize they're already behind, and they try to get to a defensive position where they can at least stop the forward progression. Does that make sense? Questions on that? Pass the ankle, back to back. One.